Good morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather door?
Good morning. Uppy, everybody.
Hi, my name is Minnie McDonald, coming to you from Disneyland. You can see the train station right behind me. My favorite One Funny Morning moment was meeting Dina this fall in Palm Springs and giving her first pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Now it's time to meet our host, Dina Blizzard.
Good morning. Mindy, you did such a great job. I love that you were on location. Good morning, everybody. I'm still not ready for work. We have snow in Tulsa. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is cold, and I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt, and don't say anything about it because it's clean. That's all I have. And there's a whole thing of laundry right here that needs to be folded. And so that's what we're going to do today. So good morning. Welcome. It's Tuesday. Do we all agree? Yes. I love that I don't come here with like confidence that it's Tuesday. I hope everyone appreciates that as well. It's more like, do you think it's Tuesday? Like that. Yeah. School's out. Bad weather here in Northwest Florida. What is that? You just don't even try? Is that what you're saying, Florida? I always think it's funny. Mortgage guy, okay. Hey, is that Oklahoma mortgage guy? Do people like you? Here's why I ask. I don't like mortgage people. And the fact that you made your name mortgage guy okay on the TikTok either means you're amazing at it or you're okay with people not caring for you. And I'd like to know. Raise your hand if you think it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I feel pretty solid in my assessment. Thank you, Christopher. Thanks for following me on the TikTok. 30 degrees in Vegas, and we are not built for cold. My daughter has to work in Jersey today, and governor called for a state of emergency at 5. Is something happening and I don't know? Feels like it. Steve said he also thinks it's Tuesday. What is your outfit today? I don't know. A, it was clean. B, I'm feeling a little hot. Tough. It's not, when your insides are burning. No? Okay. Might be a girl thing. Roll Tide from Alabama. Mimo Connoisseur. Maybe. Check it out. The weather app says it's snowing in Philly. Is it? I don't know. Norwalk, Ohio. I'm heading to Dayton, David. Is that near Norwalk? It might be time for some pellets. My silvers are doing their own thing. And do you see this? This new growth? I'm telling you, it's everywhere. They're just like this. I swear, once my silvers found out that we're no longer coloring them, they were like, let's do it. And it's like they all arrived. They were like, let's just come out. It's like they were hiding. Like now that we know it's okay to come out, they're all here. And it's upsetting. But I do think it's funny because it's literally just like this first row. I saw just right here. It's like a hair band of old people. I gave them permission to party, Cooley. Missy said, good morning, I'm still in bed. I think one day I'm just going to do the morning show from bed. Girl got to hit the salon. John, that's what I used to say. John, this is new Dina. I know you probably don't know old Dina, but she looks just like this, but young and pretty. And we've decided to kill her and to just move into our 50-year-old beautiful self, if that's the thing. John, we don't know. Could be hideous. So it is. I do feel it necessary to tell people though, like at this point, like if I was silver to here, it would be obvious that I'm growing it out, right? But wow, 50. I was guessing much older. Wow, Michael Scott, you are a funny fella. A bit of it. I'm not going to say what you are because I'm a lady with a lot of curse words. And I don't care for you. Yeah, looking good though. Thank you. Could you punch Michael Scott in the face? And it's a shame that you've chosen that fake name because it's such a great show. And it says something about you that you wouldn't use your real name to say stuff that to a lady. There it is. So anyway, I know. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here, Lou. Thank you, David. Yeah. What I lack in in brown hair. Yes, you should, Alejandra. What you lack in brown hair, I make up for, and my new plan is to make up for in muscles. Alejandra, I was wondering if when I made you moderator, is that all the time? Are we in a committed relationship? Yeah. So I wasn't sure, but I think we're in a committed relationship. Yeah. Anyway, so Lulu's here. She decided to show up for work. I have a black boxer. David, they're the best. She's like, why you gotta talk about other dogs here? He was the best. Yeah, she comes to work every day on her own, Jean, in her own time. She's not going to clock in on your time. She's like, yeah. Moderators sometimes take more control than ourselves. I was going to say, Alejandra seems to care. I don't. There's that. Good morning, Lulu. Do you have anything to say for yourself and the fact that you keep showing up late for work? Not really. I'm oddly fine with it, she says. Yeah. Mooney, she got the best eyes when she's facing forward. Is this what it's like to date a girl that's clearly not interested in you? You know, I wonder, fellas, and this is me talking to the fellas here, is what it's like to date us. It's gotta be a lot. Because you're like, are you even interested in me? She's like, I am hungry. Our girl's gotta eat. She's like, oh. I see that you've noticed Dean. And this feels like a date. She's like, actually, I found somebody who's a lot cuter than you. Hey, lady. Oh, he talks nicely. Does she get there? Yeah, she comes to work, but she shows up late every day. But she has pretty privilege, and people still like her. She's like, Dean, I did it. Now she'll walk across my lap. What's your name? Brooke's okay. She's laying in bed. What's your name? What are you doing? Yeah, where's the ham? I know. That's what she's thinking. So if you haven't heard, Brooke's got the COVID, which, by the way, is a HIPAA violation. Stop it.
You're doing so good, Lou. Oh, did you hear?
What?
Did you hear about the storm that's coming?
Yeah, people keep talking about it, but I don't think it's real, Dean.
You don't think it's real? It's supposed to be. I heard it's supposed to be 3 feet of rain.
What? Rain.
I think it's a rainstorm.
That can't be right. 3 feet of rain.
That's what it said.
Are we getting an arc?
It said coastal flooding.
3 feet, Dean.
Coastal flooding.
Do you know how tall 3 feet? That tree right there is 7.
Well, no way. Wow, this tree could be in the NBA.
Yeah, 3 inches of rain, Mimi, sounds a little bit more accurate.
Well, it said like up to potentially 3 feet of rain.
Well, I mean, up to 16 feet. I mean, it could be up to anything.
But it's not like it's all coming down. I don't know. Maybe what I read. I gotta read again. But I'm almost certain it said 3 feet of rain.
Did you ever look? Do you ever listen to your kids and then just stare at them? Like, what is wrong with you? Does that make sense what you're saying? Just, what? What? I was like 3 to 4 inches, 3 inches. Yeah. Here, we're getting 3 feet. We will be building a boat. I'm going to start taking the shed apart and then fashion it into some type of floating device. Yeah, I hope Dean isn't doing the weather today. You think? And that was my life as a math teacher right there. I'm going to tell you, Wendy, I was the worst at math. Because I feel like when people used to teach math, it was never for like, hey, here's some math that'll be real useful right now. It'd always be like, Bob has 15 wagons. I was like, I don't know anybody with 15 wagons. And so it never had relevance. It never was like, yes, this is going to help. So I would be that girl in the class. So like, all right, and we have 2 of these and we have 2 of these. How many do we have? I'm like 1,400. Like, okay, let's go over this again. I just could not get math. How about this? We have one dog facing the opposite direction. We have another dog eager to jump into the co-host. Oh, you heard that? You're back? Oh, I heard the part where you said somebody else was going to get in my seat. Okay.
All right, here we go. This is what it says. It says,
tell me.
1 to 2 feet of inundation above ground level.
Of what?
Of water.
Dean, what are you give me that? What are you reading? From what? From the Onion?
No, the Weather Channel, the
Stop
National
it.
Weather Channel. I read it last night because
Coastal flood warning. Philadelphia. Mercer, blah, blah, blah. Coastal flood remains in effect. What? 1 to 2 minutes above ground, expecting in low-lying areas near shorelines and tidal waterways. Dean, do you know where we live?
No, I
Are
know.
we along a shoreline or a coastal waterway?
I'm not along any of those. But I'm just telling you what I read.
Okay, well, you have to read all the words. You can't read like some of the words and be like, I feel like I've had enough.
I read last night that New Jersey will be in a state of emergency apparently tonight. I think actually we're already in. No, we're not.
Okay, tidal flooding could be significant, enhanced by an influx of freshwater runoff due to heavy rain tonight. As a result, additional minor flooding is possible during the high tide cycle Wednesday. Now, are you familiar with where tides are located?
Yeah, oceans.
Oceans. Now, are there any remotely close to where we are?
You know, in my head, it was gonna be like this huge, like
This was just like a wave.
Tidal wave.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, we're close enough. Like it's gonna hit Pennsylvania, and I was like, we're close enough.
I mean, it's a big enough wave. That's at least a
then
solid.
It might hit. It might like if it hits
70 miles.
If it hits like central,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll hit us. I don't know.
60
I gotta go.
Okay.
I might have COVID brain.
Okay. I'll see you later. You want to use my boat? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Typical man exaggerates the inches. Girl, you're not wrong. 2 to 4 inches of rain expected in the tri-state area. That sounds right. You know, Dean's never wanted to be a weather person, and I've never encouraged it. And I think you'll know why. Could you imagine Dean going out today? It'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a weather report. We're due to have 3 to 4 feet of rain. Like, that's not right. It is. It is. I read the first 3 words of a sentence, so I confirmed it. And whether or not you are located near the coast or a waterway, you will be flooded. And you should be nowhere near the beach, even if you live nowhere near the beach. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Worst is done by midnight. State of emergency. Mm-hmm. With the last name Blizzard, you would think that we would have a handle on some type of weather. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good morning, back of Lulu's head. And that did nothing, Jeremy. You can't call her out at work. She don't care. I mean, honestly, who feels like this with their coworkers? Who feels like I'm at work and I'm doing some like actual work right now? But how many people have like a coworker sitting next to you right now? Just looking out the window on the phone, doing whatever. Mm-hmm. She can't be fired. She knows it. She don't care. Mm-hmm. Suzanne is like every day. Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is who we are now. Mm-hmm. She's monitoring the weather. She's gonna give us a weather report in about a second. And her weather report is Dean is dumb. Back to you. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Somebody mentioned my new vase. Mm-hmm. Is she a Ridgeback? Sophia, it's weird that you mentioned that. Is that one of those dogs that has like that line down their back? I just found out about that. Oh, we back? We back at work? Where are we headed? She's like, I would like to be in your chair. All right, well, cool. What exactly do you know how sometimes you can look at dog behavior and like if you really think about it, you can kind of like look at their behavior and say like, oh, this is why she's doing this. Like when they do that thing where they walk in a circle and then they sit down, it's supposed to go back to old times where like they would live in the wild and they'd have to like take all like the grasses and push them down so they could lay down. Fine. Yeah, she's done co-hosting. She's ready to take her seat in the main chair. Yeah, when she stands on me, like this means that she does what? It's so funny. So I have 3 dogs. If you're new here, I have 3 dogs. One is Colby. He can't see anything or hear anything. So you have to yell at him just to get his attention. And Ruby doesn't. The only reason she's going to get up is if she thinks I'm about to be killed and then she has time to run away. She will fully let me be killed. She has no interest in saving me. And she'll be like, listen, thank you for giving me the time to escape. So she will not be helping. Lulu will kill you and rip your face off. She's the only hope I have. So my point is that if I'm in my bathroom, Colby will be laid out on the floor. He'll just be out like a light. Ruby, full on my bed, like under the covers. She got the covers up. Mm-hmm. She'll be laying down. She'll be like, can you get me some bourbon? She's in. Lulu will sit at the door and face the closed door, waiting for someone to come in and attack us. And that's it. So she on duty. You know, she got my 6. Mm-hmm. Listen, I would love to have Ruby's life. I'll come out of the bathroom and she's just full. She got Netflix on. That's very funny. Did she ever bite anyone, Joni? No. Let me think. No. Ruby. But I mean, she could have killed her if she wanted to kill her. But Ruby got real twisted about a toy and came after her. And nobody does that. So she had to put her in place. And I had to jump in and almost get my arm ripped off. So, good morning. How you feel? Yeah, my dog is my protector and will die for me unless you give her a snack. And then it's fine. Yeah, I don't think Lulu will care. The other day I was like, Dean and I were like fighting over something, and we were at the bottom of the steps, and I'm not paying attention to where the dogs are. No. You need air? Well, I don't need air, so don't stand here. I have no shirt on. Sure, you can go wherever you'd like. You're not gonna put pants on? Cool. Mooney, the dogs were cuddling last night. I posted a picture of them last night. I don't know if you saw it, but Colby literally had his arms around Ruby. Would die for me unless she sees a squirrel. You're not wrong. So, this vase cup. I went to the shore to check on the house a couple days ago, and I found this in my cabinet. You would have thought that I had discovered gold. I was like, oh! I was like, now when I have guests over, I have an extra cup. It is biggie. It is straight. This is like 2 of the other one. And the other one, I had to get another one because that one got to get washed sometimes. It's heavy. It's heavy. Gotta hold it like this. And the problem is, I've actually been in a lot of pain. I'm positive that I'm building a giant kidney stone. I have had pain in my side for behold the Holy Grail. Like, dun, 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 dun. I'm positive that I'm building a 3-foot kidney stone, but based on Dean's numbers. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that Brooke? It's Dean. Why are you here? Oh. I thought you went to work. I'm so confused. And I was wondering why the dogs were barking. It's very confusing. I know. I thought the vase was going to help it too. But it is not big enough. So I got a bigger vase. I know, Katie. I don't know. It could have just been a left. So my goal is to not make more kidney stones. But I already had some that I collected, like marbles. And so I should go get an x-ray. I was down to 2. So as long as there's 2 or less, I'm doing a good job. But if there's 3, then I just keep making them. And I don't know how to stop it. So, Hey, Kathy, glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. I do need an IV. Is it a forever thing? For some people, yeah. Some people just make them. There's really nothing you could do. But there is a diet where you can eat a low oxalate diet. And basically, when I looked it up, there was a lot of things on it that I'm not eating, but then there's other things that it's like, don't eat potatoes. All I eat is potatoes, fried potatoes, baked potatoes, potato chips, French fries. Did I say that already? Tater tots. That's all I eat. So I had to limit my potato intake. Beets, yeah, love beets. Can eat a can of beets. So, yeah, maybe you need to switch with water with lemon instead of lemonade with water. Alejandra, you crazy. You're so crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet potato too? I don't know. Do you have the kidney stone medical plan? I don't even know what that means. Mooney said, I'm glad I've never had one. Gallstones are bad enough. Yeah. I don't wish this on anybody. And it's so weird because it's a very weird feeling. I don't know if the best way I could describe it, even when I had my gallbladder out, and I didn't know my gallbladder was bad, but anytime you can feel your organs, you're like, girl, you shouldn't feel your spleen. You know what I mean? You should be like, my spleen's right here. You shouldn't feel it. In normal life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, My kidneys are right here and someone's punching them. So, yeah, it's weird. Anyway, let's get to some things. So the Jo Koy debate is still happening. And I would like to address it again because a lot of people got a lot of things to say. And I was worked up yesterday because I just think it's so funny. The people, and these are regular people and comedians alike, who have never gotten in front of people in their whole life. And ripping on him. I'm like, leave him alone. That is a funny person. He is a funny person. And if people are going to act like every funny person on this planet, Missy, me, Dean, a little bit.
Don't roll me into your
a little bit.
Don't roll
Every funny person on the planet has had to have been not funny at some point, has had to have bombed, has had to have been in a room they shouldn't be in and have learned some lessons, be like, I'm not going to do that again, or said some stuff and be like, I'm not going to do that again. And so I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of people talk about him. The comedians like Howie Mandel said the same thing you said. I was just like, listen, if it was somebody that I didn't know or hadn't heard of or didn't know, and I couldn't say like, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're not funny at all, but I know Jo Koy is funny. Jo Koy is funny. Jo Koy talking about his mom is funny. Jo Koy talking about Bill Filipino is funny. Jo Koy talking about anything is funny. But you put Jo Koy in a very small little box where you say, you have to talk about these movies, you have to do this, you have to do this. That you're just making it so sorry, TikTok. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you think you could maybe cover your mouth? Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
That was the most amount of times I've never sneezed in one.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you didn't cover for any of it.
Oh my God.
I actually can.
COVID tests don't work.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You're gross.
You're gross.
Yeah. And everybody's sitting. And did you hear what he said to Taylor Swift? He made a joke about how she's everywhere. Guess what? God bless you. She's everywhere. Okay. Now you're annoying.
Sorry.
He shouldn't have thrown the other show writers under the bus. Here's what I'm going to say about it, Laurie. Here's what I'm going to say. When you go do a show of any kind, you're going to come and you're going to say, here are the jokes that I wrote. Some of them get approved by the network, by the show, by the thing. Fine. Other ones, they'll be like, no, we don't approve that joke. We have some other jokes that we wrote for you. Do you know that? That's how that goes. Not, like if you do your Comedy Central special, if you do your Tonight Show, if you do a Tonight Show, every word has to be approved. Every word, everything you say. And some of the presenters weren't funny. And you know who wrote that? The same writers who helped him write his monologue. And guess what? You don't have a choice. So that's why he was saying, listen, I didn't even write that joke. He's like, you guys are laughing at the ones I wrote. Listen, you take somebody who's amazing at their job and then you bind their hands together and say, now don't do what you normally do. We want you to only do this thing over here. I'd be like, whoa, but that's not funny. And they're like, that's what we wrote. Sounds like my marriage. Thank you, Bob. Now you know how hard it is. So I'm just saying, I think it takes an incredible amount of guts to take a job that 16 other people turned down. Why'd they turn it down? If it's such a great gig, why'd they turn it down? So I'm not going to sit here and listen. Jo Koy's horrible. He's not going to have. He's going to have a future. I'm going to tell you something right now too. Jo Koy is going to write a whole set about that. And it's going to be hilarious. But he chose to take the job, and that leaves him open to criticism and ratings based on whether we like it or not. Yeah, no, that's fine. People can say, I didn't like it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But when people start saying, he's awful, he's an awful comedian, his career is over, you got to stop. You need to stop. It's just too much. I don't know. You want somebody coming to your work because you weren't perfect with zero notice and people telling you what to say? I'm about to go buy some Jo Koy tickets right now. He's hilarious. So I just think, listen, and then you have all of the people in there who are celebrities, and I don't know. I'm like, laugh a little. I mean, so then somebody went back. I thought the best was I keep calling her Felicity, Carrie Russell. Carrie Russell and Ray Romano. They were the best ones. And I love Jim Gaffigan. But they were allowed to do their own thing. Yeah, whatever. I think he's hilarious. Timo said it. Jo Koy is hilarious. Fought him for a long time. He's going to be just fine. If you notice, and even he said, he was like, listen, the joke wasn't at Taylor Swift. It was about how they just keep showing her. It wasn't going after Taylor. It was just like, yeah, you're everywhere. They keep putting you on camera. We actually see you less here than we do at the football game. What's wrong with that joke? I don't know. I can't. Yeah, well, Gaffigan didn't have much time either. But how was Gaffigan not nominated for a comedy special?
He wasn't?
No.
Who was?
Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer.
Dude, I've heard that Wanda Sykes is like so good apparently.
She's hilarious.
Well, her special apparently is like especially.
Yeah. That joke about Taylor's just old, so it's not funny. But listen, I hear you. But he probably had 17 other jokes that he wanted to do, and they're like, you can't do any of those. You have to do this one. Like, you just don't know. It's not easy. It is not easy. Yeah. Does Dean have COVID too? We're about to find out. HIPAA violation. I like to violate HIPAA at least once a day, sometimes twice. Oh, and Sarah Silverman. I think it's so weird how people get so protective of Taylor Swift. She's a grown-ass woman. She's fine. She'll tell you. I like it. Yeah. Now you're just pissing people off. It's just out of control.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what it's like.
Who are your inspirations as far as stand-up? I love Jim Gaffigan. I love Nate Bargatze. I don't know how Nate Bargatze wasn't in there. I didn't watch the Cat Williams interview, and I need to go watch it. Okay. Here's a new segment called The Sneezing of Dean. There's the drinking of the dogs, and now is the sneezing of Dean. He's doing the COVID test right now, the 5. That's why. Yeah. Taylor is a 34-year-old billionaire. I'm sure she doesn't give a crap. Yeah. She's like, yeah, go ahead. Do what you want.
She's just so bad.
Let me go get in one of my Mercedes and drive to one of my 16 houses I have around the world and go cry.
That was me.
Have you seen Heather McMahon? I know Heather McDonald, but I don't know Heather McMahon. Dean does need to go to another room. Thank you, Mooney. She ain't losing sleep. Start flicking at water at Dean and shouting, "The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you." You know what that means, Dean?
No. Does it mean the power of Christ compels me?
Dean, what does it mean when somebody's doing that to you and throwing water at you?
They're trying to rid the spirits, the bad spirits.
It is an exorcism. Did you ever see The Exorcist?
No.
Dean, you're...
What?
I don't even know you. Was Tom Papa in the audience? I feel like Tom Papa was... I feel like there were a lot of cutaways of Tom Papa. Am I the only one that noticed that? Tom Papa's a comedian. But was he in a show that was nominated or something? I was like, why is Tom Papa in the audience? Mm-hmm. As long as he doesn't start climbing the stairs like a crab, you're good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if his head starts spinning around, I'm out. Technically, HIPAA only applies to healthcare workers. So.
What?
I didn't watch the Grammys. I'm lost on this conversation. Okay, Tracy, girl, this was the Golden Globes. Because I didn't watch the Grammys either, and we're not even talking about it. But I love that you said it because I don't know the difference between most of them anyway. I'm like, wait, what I just watched? The country music? Was it one of that? No? Oh, it was the Emmys? Okay. All of them. There's so many award ceremonies now. And I'm just like, what? Is this for what? Who? Mm-hmm. I don't know any of these comedians. Where have I been all my life? I don't know, Mooney, but you're missing out. Nate Bargatze right now is my number one. And if I ever met him, I might throw up. I won't talk to him. I'll be super weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do people even watch award shows anymore? Apparently not. I knew it started with a G. Tracy, you're so funny. Can we talk about Selena upset that Kylie Jenner said she couldn't take a picture with her boyfriend and she went and told Taylor Swift about it? Yeah. Amy, you just said so many words and so many people's names. And I vaguely know who most of those people are. Mm-hmm.
Wait, why couldn't someone still take a picture?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that rich famous people get cliquey.
That's what it seems
I don't know. Hot pockets. Okay, here's what you need to do, Mooney, since you don't know any comedians. You need to look up Jim Gaffigan, Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets. Caliente Pockets. Yeah. The Emmys are Saturday. Oh, thank you for telling me. Yeah. I tape all the award shows. In one fell swoop. Yep. Melanie. He's so funny. And he's squeaky clean. Nate Bargatze. I wish. Why is Dean still in that room? I know. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. You don't know what she said to Taylor Swift. People are like, at some point, there was a video of Selena leaning over to tell Taylor Swift something. And then somebody was like, girl, she's starting. How do you know what she said?
Well, because you could see.
You can't see.
You could see the girl's face. I know what clip they're talking about.
I know what clip they're talking about, too. She just turned over and said something to her.
No, she walked over to a different table.
Don't come over here.
She walked over to Taylor's table, leaned down, and said something with the eyes. You know the eyes.
With the eyes. Okay, she could have been like, my boobs. You can't go with eyes at an award show.
The girl right next to Taylor went like this. She was like Selena was like.
Yeah.
And she was like.
Okay, maybe she said, my boob's about to fall out. She was like.
She dropped some sort of.
She did.
Some sort of drama.
Let those girls. Listen. You don't need to create drama. Unless you got confirmed drama, leave these girls alone.
I think that they were, personally, I was like, I wonder if they're talking about Jo Koy. That's what I thought it was about.
What? No.
I thought it was like, did you hear what he said about you?
No. Who are your favorite female comedians? So I love Ellen. Like before she got her talk show, like right there, like it was really amazing. I love who we were just talking about. I want to say Karen Morgan, but that's not her name. It's the Southern. We just talked about her yesterday. So funny. I love her. I love Sarah Millican. She's from England. And I'm dying to get her on the show, and I can't get in touch with her. Leanne Morgan. Gosh, why do I keep calling her Karen? Because I know another lady named Karen Morgan. Leanne. I could listen to Leanne Morgan and Sarah Millican. And there's another girl from England that I'm like into like English comedy right now. I don't know why. And of course, Missy Hall. Duh. Don't you love Sarah Millican? Mm-hmm. And I find that most people don't know who she is, and I think she's hilarious. So yeah, there's definitely some favorites. I saw Sarah Millican in New York last year. She's so funny. I didn't mean to start anything. I love Selena. I like Selena. And I think it's nice that all of these kind of powerful women are friends and have each other. I can't imagine, you know, when I get that crazy rich and famous, you guys, I'll be like, oh, Selena. Who would I be friends? Who am I going to be friends with, Dean? Let's pretend I was famous. Let's pretend that tomorrow I got famous. Who would be friends with me? Selena's not going to be friends with me. She's like, girl, you way here. They're not going to be my friends. They're like 5 years younger than me. I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
How old is Selena Gomez?
Like 5 years younger than me. Well, I'm 32. So she's probably like 27. So I'm not going to hang out with them. Okay. Let's just say this. Okay. Let's say you are what Carrie Russell would be friends with me. Let's say that you got famous right now. Pick 2 people that you're positive would be your best. Like I remember talking to Aunt Sherry one day out of the blue, and somehow the conversation starts about Cameron Diaz. Now this was when Cameron Diaz, was like at her top, right? But Cameron Diaz's name comes up, and Aunt Sherry Carrot says, "You know what? I'm positive that if I ever met Cameron Diaz, we would be best friends." And it stopped me in my track, and I go, "What?" She goes, Dina, so I'm being serious. If she met me, she would love me and we would be friends. I go, I'm not going to take away from you that if anybody meets you, they're going to love you. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's Cameron Diaz. And she's like, it is though. You just don't know. I'm like, listen to me. Just Julia Roberts. Yes, Sandra Bullock would be my friend. I think Julia Roberts is just too pretty to be my friend. I don't think she would be. And I think I'd be weird. Mm-hmm. Oh, I would love it if Melissa McCarthy knew my name. I would just be like, did Melissa just say my name? I think, okay, I'm going to call. If I met Jennifer Gardner, we would be friends. Yeah. Kate Winslet. Oh, you guys are picking really good people. No. Kristen Wiig. I would love to be friends with Kristen. Like that whole group. I'm telling you, Fortune Feimster is already my best friend. She just don't know it. We could do a tour just called Let's Talk About Our Moms. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny because a lot of people get famous as adults, and I bet a lot of them are very normal. Yeah. Yeah. Emma Stone. Yeah, I think she's too young to be friends with me. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's crazy?
I don't know if I became famous.
There was a shot last night from behind Jo Koy, like looking out into the audience.
Right.
And like, I was imagining standing on a stage doing stand-up and looking out. and seeing like 100 of the greatest actresses.
That's what I mean. If I had that gig, regardless of whether or not I had prepared jokes, I would just go. I tell you all the time, I can't talk when famous people, I can't look at famous people. I can't. I'll just all of a sudden be one of those people that can't make eye contact. I'll be like, oh, hello, Melissa. She's like, I'm over here. I'm like, I know. I've only ever seen you in a movie, so it's weird that you're here just in front. Do I owe you money? Like, I don't think, yeah. I am. I'm too starstruck. Because did you see how close Robert De Niro was right next to the stage. If Robert De Niro was right next to the stage, I would just have to sit down. I would just sit down and be, hi. And just try to touch his face. Can I just touch it? Okay. You're real. Like that. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Kristen Bell, if she ever said my name, I would just pass out. I'd be like, oh my God, she just said my name. Yeah. How about Courtney Love? I don't know. It's funny because I feel like we wouldn't be friends, but I feel like she'd just be like, bitch, come here. And I'm like, okay. TikTok limits your words. What does that mean, Mooney? Were you out of words? I've met you. You're never out of words. What do you mean?
All right, one test is negative.
Somebody said I was so starstruck, meaning Jack Skellington at Disneyland, and it wasn't even him. Like his doppelganger. You're like, oh my God! And you had to freak out. It wasn't even him. Cool. That sounds like me. Tammy, you're so funny. You're so funny. You're too cloud, Timo. You're funny. Yeah, Mooney has all the words on hold as she purges it. Yeah, she's gonna come back to this side now and use all of her words. So when I met you in New Hampshire, I talked like I had marbles in my mouth. You guys are so funny. I honestly have never met anybody like at a meet and greet or a show or just out that was like awkward. And everybody's like, I was so weird. I'm like, no, I feel like you're limited to the number of words you can write. You are on the TikTok? I didn't know that. Queen Latifah. Oh my gosh, if I ever just run into Michelle Obama, I would just move out of the way. She's like, I'm trying to meet you. I'd be like, nope. Who would freak you out are you weird? Like if you meet famous people, or are you normal?
Whoa.
You've met a couple of people through like the parades and stuff.
Yeah, I wish I'd act.
You're professional.
I wish I'd act chill.
Okay, but who do you think that if you met them, you probably wouldn't be chill because you'd just be so excited?
I don't know, because anybody that I thought would be famous, I would try to act chill around so I could be like, because I wouldn't want to freak them out. My thought process.
Well, that's what I mean.
My thought process is always like, usually any famous person that I would meet, I would probably want to work with. And I feel like if I freak out, they might be like, oh my gosh, another fan. But if I'm chill and like friendly, I'd be like,
all right. So like if you met Mr. Beast. Oh, I heard about Brie Larson freaking out when she met J-Lo, but I didn't see what transpired. But I did hear that Brie Larson was just so excited to meet J-Lo, which is so funny because Brie Larson is so awesome. So it's just funny, like when you hear somebody be like, "Oh my God, I was freaking out because I met J-Lo." You're like, "You're Brie Larson. She should be freaking out meeting you too." She probably was, but it was just funny. I'm 56 and I was giddy when I met Dean in New Bedford.
what?
So you're on her list. On Odette's list.
All right, one of my tests came up negative. So.
Okay, well, I think you're fine. I think you just started sneezing because you stuck stuff up your nose. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if Cher was standing in front? I would not. I actually think I'd be fine meeting Drew Barrymore because I feel like she just has such a nice aura about her. She seems like she would just be genuinely lovely. Same thing with like Kelly Clarkson. Maybe that's why they have talk shows, because they do have very nice ways about them. So yeah, Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Have you ever heard Jim Gaffigan's joke about Billy Joel?
No.
He's like, one time I was doing a show in Ireland, and he was like, the guy there was like, "Can I play you any music?" The audio guy, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, are there any?" He's like, "Are there any big, famous songs that people like here?" And he's like, "Oh, they love this song by Billy Joel." And Jim Gaffigan was like, "Oh, who's Billy Joel?" And he's like, "You don't know Billy Joel?" And he was like, "No, is he? I don't know a lot of people that are famous around here." And he's like, "He's from America." And he's like, "He is?" And Jim Gaffigan's like, "I was surprised. I was like, there's a famous person in America. This guy's from America who's famous in Ireland, and I don't know him." And he was like, "Come on, Billy Joel." He's like, "Uptown Funk." Or no, not Uptown Funk. He said like Piano Man, and he was like, "Oh, you mean Billy Joel?" And he's like, "It's Billy Joel." and Jim Gaffigan's like, and then I started thinking like, oh my God, is it Billy Joel?
Is it Billy Joel? And
He's
we've
like-
been pronouncing it wrong?
He's like, in every conversation I've ever had, he's like, was I just saying it wrong? And he's like, and I was trying to think of everyone's face in the conversation when I said it, like, where people were like, oh my God, why did he say Billy Joel? And he's like, and then I remembered, you know who says it, Billy Joel? Billy Joel! And he's like, and he said there was another comic on the show with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he went up to the other comic and he was like, oh my God, the sound guy calls Billy Joel, or Billy Joel, Billy Joel. And the other comic was like, it is Billy Joel. I was like, you guys are crazy.
That's funny.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
You don't know Billy Joel.
That's so funny. That's funny. Anyway.
All right. Double negative, baby.
All right.
I took 2 tests.
Okay.
I'm going to go to
Take
work.
2 more tomorrow.
You don't know Billy Joel. I didn't realize I was that good at an Irish accent.
Your accents are all really good. Chris Bass, you need to get him into what am I saying? A voiceover class.
You don't know
All right.
Billy Joel.
He's really good, and he needs to be in the industry, Chris. You need to help him get set up. When's your class? Mm-hmm. He said, I got one coming up. When's it start?
Really?
Yes. I'm telling you, you have to talk to Chris. Your voiceovers are so good.
You don't know Billy Joel.
Okay. He said February. He's got a class in February.
Okay.
Sign Dean up. Send me the info. Let me know.
I'm going to work.
The Irish accent sounds kind of Jamaican.
What?
Okay. You know, it's a mix.
What,
You know how-
Jamaica? Really?
Mhm.
You don't know Billy Joel. How did Jamaican people sound?
I don't know. Yes. Could you imagine reading an audio book and here's Dean, Billy Joel, just in the middle of it? Like, it's a signature Dean move to just say, and all I can do is, hello. That's all I can do. It's the same accent. I love when people can do accents. There's a guy on the radio named Dennis Malloy here in New Jersey, and he does the 10 to 2 spot on our local radio station. And he's so funny, but he's great at accents. Great. And he can switch them up. He switches them so quickly, and they're so funny. And we used to work together a lot. And I would try to do like an act out with like an accent. And like the first one won't be horrible. And then after that, it is Who Came to Cook with Me. Yeah. After that, it will all be the same. Mm-hmm. I can imitate Jurgen, but I wonder Jurgen and Wim. I wonder if like the longer the time is that I haven't seen them, if I'll be very good. I was just saying to somebody how funny it was when I was with the carrot and salad, and I was saying it was just so crazy. Like to meet the guys on the trip, and they're like, if you ever are going to be near Bruges, you come visit us. Everything goes up. Mm-hmm. But if I'm around them a lot, then I could do it. But yeah. And I can do my mom and my grandma. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, I should tell Dean, be careful in the 4-foot flood. Maybe bring some swimmies. Yeah, so funny, so sophisticated, so true. All right, so anyway, today is Tuesday. Tonight is Tipsy Tuesday. We all agree to that. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to be delayed. I don't even know if I'm going to be available, but I'm going to do some pop-ins. So just know, tomorrow is fluid, and you'll find out why. What? Did Brooke ever come back in, or is she outside pantless? That would be a long time for a girl with COVID to have no pants on outside. No, she just stuck her head out and then just went back to bed. Oh, Chris just sent it to me, Dean. Nice. So yeah, it's fluid tomorrow. So, just hold out, and then you'll see some exciting things. Also, Stephanie, in the post above, on the Facebook and the YouTube. So if you want to participate, TikTok, you got to head over. There is a link. We are going to be updating the intro video for One Funny Morning, and we're looking for some new waivers. So if you watched our morning show, you know that we have a video every morning that plays. And so we are going to be doing the 2024 version. And if you would like to be featured, please go fill the form out. It'll tell you what you need to do. You have to shoot horizontal. And we're just looking for people who can wave. If you were not featured last year and you'd like to be a part of it this year, we'd love to get your videos. Yeah, we like seeing all the faces of the people. We are getting plans together for a trip coming up. So we are in the beginning plans and phases of that. So it's going to be a good one. And I have a feeling it's going to probably outsell all of the other trips that we've done. Yeah. I really need to overcome my shyness to do it. I think an intro. Well, Tracy, this one you could do is just waving. But if you can get over your nervousness, you could just make cards if you want. Just hold cards up. If you're super shy, make one that just, and I'll just read the cards. You got to do you. You got to do it. Mm-hmm. All right, see you later. All right, I love you. Did you bring swimmies?
What?
For the rain, for the 4-foot flood, you should get some swimmies.
What is a swimmy? What are you saying to me right now?
Dean, you don't know what a swimmy is because you use them your entire life.
No, I have no idea what you're just saying.
Who are you today?
What do you
Dean,
mean?
Swimmies. You put them around your arms, you used to wear them.
You mean floaties?
Whatever.
Oh my God. What do they help you do? They help you float. They don't help you swim.
They do. They're swimmies.
No, they're floaties. They help you float. You need some drownies. That's what you need. You know what those do? You know what a drownie is? It's a rock. You tie it to your leg and you throw it in the ocean. All right, bye.
Swimmies, floaties, drownies, whatever. You need them in a football pool. Okay. I love pretending like he's real dumb, and then he's like, "No, you're dumb." Whatever. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for us. I hope you enjoyed our little fun morning, whatever we call this. I'm going to be bebopping today. I'll see you all tonight for Tipsy Tuesday. Do you call your shoes walkies? I do. And I got to go find my walkies. Okay, you're fun. The one that goes around your chest is called a swimmy. This one's a swimmy, and these are floaties. Mm-hmm. So funny. You guys are hilarious. All right, so like Judy from Saskatoon says, do something nice for yourself or others. So Dean's back. And I hope you have a great day and a blessed day, and look forward to seeing you all tonight for Tips Tuesday. So have a good one. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.